Virgo, darling, you have gained the respect of a lot of people right now. But at this point in time, I feel like it's really hard for you to accept this within yourself. I feel like you have really matured, Virgo. You have essentially like really bossed up. And then I think there's starting to become like a little voice of doubt in your head here, starting to psych you out about this new version of yourself, right? But it's very human for you right now, Virgo, to have anxieties and to, even potentially be intimidated about what's coming in after this next step here, all right? Because I feel like you're starting to get more confrontational about things that are no longer serving you. We are human. It's very much so in our nature to protect ourselves. So the moment we're out of our comfort zone, Virgo, we are going to react and our body's going to try to protect us and have us avoid doing that. But I feel like you're challenging that. I'm really proud of you right now, Virgo. So my name is SimplyVelca. I have a Celtic cross spread right now, Virgo, for April 2023. Now, I'm a little bit different than other tarot readers, Virgo, because, well, yes, I'll talk about the good things that are manifesting for you right now. Serves you no purpose if you don't understand a little bit of the blueprint of where your spiritual team wants you to be going, what to be doing, what to be editing, all right? It doesn't help you to know what's at the point Z if you don't know how to go from point A to point B to point C. So if you're wanting to gain further clarity into your life, Virgo, then stick to my tarot reading, darling. All right, Virgo? So your oracle card for today, darling, is the sorcerer. All right, number 12, when you combine these numbers, which is represented by the hanged man, you have really aligned with your higher self. But I feel like your higher self version, or the version of yourself, Virgo, that commands respect, is a version of yourself that I feel like the people are threatened by or are intimidated by. I wouldn't be surprised right now, Virgo, if you are dealing with people that are starting to get in your head and being like, oh, you've changed, Virgo, you've changed. There's almost this sense of like people trying to dismiss this new perspective that you have and just where you're trying to be going. I feel like you have a lot of people who have very limited mindsets and you are meant for so much more. All right, Virgo. And so as this sorcerer energy steps forward to you in your life, I feel like you're going to be having a lot of moments where you feel like you're being a bitch, when in actuality, I mean, I guess on some people's perspective, yeah, you are, but in reality, you are just having you have a higher standard of what you're wanting out of people. You're wanting people to mature up. I feel like there's certain people in your life that you just are about to give an honest conversation to and be like, hey, straighten up or get out of my life here. All right, so let's get into your Celtic cross now, Virgo. In your current position, you have the King of Wands, and then right afterwards, you have the Nine of Swords in your challenge position here. All right, you, Virgo, are meant to really be like some type of leadership role here. All right, you guys are a commanding presence, and I feel like for you, Virgo, I see you in this place of, again, like really speaking something with your chest, commanding authority in a room, really commanding people around you in your life. What you're really ultimately destined for, Virgo, is to like people be inspired by like the life that you created for yourself, where you don't really care about the opinions of other people. And I feel like you already don't on some level, Virgo. But this new version of yourself that you're coming into, like, because I really do feel like you have, like, something has really woken up with inside of you. Some people would be like, oh, you have like your spiritual awakening, Virgo. Something has really lit up under inside of you here. And this Nine of Swords is representing this sense of like getting in your head a little bit too much, where it's just like, oh, I don't want to be too undigestible to people, Don't allow yourself to get in your head right now, Virgo. I feel like you have outgrown a lot of people, and those people that you're outgrowing, they're trying to make you still go back to feeling small again, all right? And this could just quite literally be your own imposter syndrome, Virgo, where it's starting to feel uncomfortable for you to command a certain respect from people around you if they're going to be in your life here, all right? You have this Seven of Pentacles in the past here, and then in the possibilities, you have the Devil card, Virgo. And so I feel like you have really called something out on a relationship in your life, or you're feeling really drawn, Virgo, to calling out somebody in your life that you have invested into, that you're seeing where their inconsistencies are. It's almost as if for you, Virgo, I kind of get like you're fed up. That's what I feel like it is. It's like, I feel like you're fed up with a certain situation in your life, because you're just like, you're wanting things to mature. You're wanting things to just continue going up. And I feel like there's something in your life right now that you have invested into, no matter how much time and energy and love that you've put into it. It has turned sour. And so I feel like, well, there's something that you cared about, something that you loved, Virgo, that you wanted to grow with. And now you're at this point where it's like the attraction isn't there. you are meant for so much more. All right. And I know that you know that because you're the Six of Wands in your focused position right now. You're coming into a stage in your life, Virgo, where you are going to be a hustler, where you're going to be really building something for yourself, building up just your finances, stabilizing your life here. Like you're really putting the building blocks to just your life in general. And there's something around you in your life currently that just doesn't add to that. Someone hasn't been able to mature. Someone hasn't been able to step up to the plate that you've wanted them to, regardless of how many chances you've given them. And I feel like you're at this place now where it's just like, you know what? You know, it's either do this or peace out. All right. 5 of Cups in your power position right now for you, Virgo. This leads me to believe, how would I want to put this for you, darling Virgo? I like this, but I also don't, because I feel like this is like a message where it's like you understand that there's a time and a place for things and like you are evolving, but I feel like you kind of get a little bit too sentimental. All right. I feel like you've been there's certain things where, because of your understanding of people, like to such a deep degree, I feel like it makes you way too patient for things. So it's like, you'll do as much as you can to progress in life. You'll do so much as you can to like bring people along with you. But there comes a certain point in time where it's just like you have to cut the cord here. And I feel like you are cutting the cord now because you've realized, hanged man, in your environment currently, where it's just like, oh, if in order for me to transform, I have to let this go, as crappy as it feels, because it's like you understand that you can't miss this opportunity that's coming up in your life here. All right. 4 of Cups. I feel like for you, Virgo, what's going to be happening in April is the building blocks are going to be set for you so that later down this year, you're going to be having a drastic change in your life with that Tower energy. So this is in a sense of where it's just like you're starting to save and doing the appropriate things to have a Tower moment in your career. Maybe you're wanting to start making like a plan for like you're starting your own business, perhaps a completely different living environment. Whatever the case is, Virgo, there's something that's in your headspace currently where you're wanting a drastic change in your life, and you're realizing that this is where your path is starting to part from other people, of where it's like where you're trying to be going is not congruent with something of the past here. And so you've kind of had to call a spade with this devil energy and be like, hey, improvements need to happen, changes need to happen here. All right. What was once a fruit that you could invest into, you were spread way too thin. You cannot continue to afford your time and your energy and your resources to things that just don't want to grow with you here, Virgo. I don't know, like I feel like you guys are really becoming bossed up, and this new version of yourself, of like this bossed up version of yourself, Virgo, just really doesn't identify with a lot of like your past here. Like I truly do believe, Virgo, you're on the path currently to really drastically alter just your physical life currently. Like I feel like by the end of this year, Virgo, what you have been investing into now is going to be the reason that by the end of this year, your room is going to be different. Like where you are living is different, where your job, like something is going to be like your life in general is going to be very vastly different by the actions that you're taking now. Because I feel like for you, you're realizing like how much certain energies are holding you back. You're realizing that it doesn't matter how hard you try, how much you hustle, there's just certain people that cannot keep up with the growth, or like with like where you're trying to be going, like where you're trying to evolve, Virgo. That's ultimately what I see here. And so whatever this is, Virgo, like, because there's definitely something that has really sparked this sense of like really wanting to just drastically change everything about your life here. It's definitely on track for you, but in order for you to fully bring this into life, you have to let a lot of old baggage go. Let's do a few more cards here, Virgo. Ace of Cups coming in here, Ace of Wands, and then the Judgment energy. So as a tarot reader, Virgo, when you see more than one ace coming in like this is like the green light of the go ahead of doing something. You guys are really wanting to do something drastic with your life. I don't know if it's like wanting to just like start your business, moving to a whole new place. Like this is something very drastic and you've been in your head about, but I feel like in order for you to lean into doing something this drastic, you have to let go of quite a bit here, starting like a little bit of a fool's journey here. And so to have this type of energy, this is your spiritual team trying so hard to just be like as much of a green light as possible, trying to let you know that you have your spiritual team's blessing. Be like, hey, follow your heart right now, Virgo, because on this path that you're going on right now, not only is it going to be fulfilling for you, Ace of Cups, but also I see for you with this Ace of Wands pairmanship with it here, you know, potential new love, all right? Potential new love, potential new relationships here, because your spiritual team has a plan. With that Judgment energy, they definitely have a plan for like specific things that they would manifest in your life at very specific times and are very positive with this there. All right, so definitely if you choose to go into this new path and leave a lot in the behind you here, trust and believe that your spiritual team will make sure that you're not without. They will definitely be working behind the scenes to be making certain things happen at the appropriate time. So don't be afraid of this tower moment, darling. If anything, just kind of like the wrecking ball, when you knock something down, there's already plans of a bigger and better building. That's kind of what I see things going on in your personal life, Virgo. So I love you so much. Hopefully something in here resonated. If you want further clarity in your life, Virgo, check out my website, SimplyVelca.com, and I'll leave a link to a free spiritual newsletter that my friend Minopond Tarot has created. Check it out if you want, and I'll connect you sometime in the near future. Bye, Virgo.